a bunch of branches, yo. This was some broccoli, though. Eat it all before you can push your plate away and you walk to watch a TV set. That's a lid that's got a bunch of luminescence in it. Maybe the June bugs that still live, like their lives haven't been extinguished, like they were flames and they were heat. They was what was in the end of the match, dog. That was lit from the matchbox. Watching mash song. Watching mash a bunch of potatoes that's pickless. More like you gotta dig to find where they is. That's a fucking flake of that gold that rolled down the river, so take a stroll when it's cold. Then you can take all of the salt that you got from someone that cut like it was a skin like a bear rug. Was it bear rug? Yes, it was. A bear rug of thought. Yes, it was. Yes, a warlist just got sick when I said my last sentence, bitch. A syntax I attached it to all of this so that they have the fucking hats that go like that, the brims that circle round that bitch. Boom. Monopoly, dog, the words I got, and the worst part is that all of it is in the big pot. Not really though, I need to add something in so it don't fucking crumble and fall. Maybe a bunch of these little stones can get thrown at the bullseye on your dome to knock you out for show. Maybe I could knock you down to pig type shit, but what if you said that to a pig? That's a pun, isn't it? And a pun was a different vowel that I used to pick, because I got a whole bunch in this plot with the the fucking beat boom what it want. And then I got a fucking doo-dah rock I've been saving for a while. So I sing it on him, and more it's a fucking instrument of this, so I can make my incision quick. Then I'm out like the breeze of wind, or when they just met, like people Knievel know some shit. No, we're not rocking. No, we're not rapping. Rapid infections of what I just said. It's some genius, isn't it? We could stand back and be a gust and be a star. It's like it's a museum we walked into, but it's not. It's just a Mickey Dollars. You act like it's the first time for y'all. Maybe we could go and assault the cop with his own billy club type stuff. Wait till the club was full for the people to file out. Then you could shoot a bunch of them in a row like they're ducks that flew in clouds. And then my clout was gonna get picked up like it's the chain and the balls all you want. So we go to the ball and dance until we draw too much and throw up on someone's shoes on the dress they wore. Like this was Crisco, maybe Billy in the front and the fucking Billy Club. All got sizzled down, we got fucking hacksaw done. Maybe when I said it, maybe when I did it, maybe the fucking sediment just sit for a sec until it gets splashed with some other wit. Now I get into this or I get under it, like a key under your welcome, man. You're welcome, bitch. Some Caruso flow that I cruise into now, like the steamboat is used up all this coal. Like the furnace need to get hit next with what I just said. I just split the fucking orange into 56 pieces. Those aren't slices, those are segments. But you could get the next, like a sacrament that fall from my lips. What's a creed from the amphibious pit? Another one of these amplified raps that I have. Won't you be in a big muddle, dog? You like one of those that don't know any spells. Y'all get knocked with brooms until you get knocked out. The knockout game was fun. You could go awesome to us if you wasn't having fun. You could get the fun again. Those are 3 of them. I done tripped that up. Isn't that a triple six? That we just said, like you just mixed it, bitch, with whatever you said with it, yes. In that big glass with the condensation on the side of the cup now. Condensation on the side of the cup, yeah. The condensation. The coral reef will fucking yawn for me because I yawn like I wake up. The kitty play with the yawn too much. Y'all could call the cops and call the fire ambulance to come like there was a fire, but it's already put out with some of my tongue. That's what saliva does when it hits the bump. Or where it was red, that's where the fucking semblance of where it started, bitch. I mean resemblance, bitch. I didn't resemble those words, so hold a mirror up to them. Hold a fucking stone and fucking throw it hard you could at a wall or a wood to see if you could get like what the woodpecker does. To get a little hole so he can nest and make some eggs, and then they can hatch, and then they can be his kids. And then I can get a whole bunch of Santa Claus in a bar with a robe on top. So you could get the antenna switch to pick up my song. If it don't, because I'm in a pond somewhere else. That's better. That's a bit better. Yes. When we were born, constructed papers, construction papers, bitch. So how am I gonna make Cartman's head? Maybe I could get a fucking crease in that bitch and I could send it like an airplane at someone's neck. And it could be a trick or some rip, like I just attract was sick, like magnets did. A whole bag of them. That's a fucking one that you brought to the place that goes off like you need your tennis shoes, dog, to run on the path that spawns so much because you're chasing the acorn. You're a squirrel with no tail. You got the bushy gnaw, your bushy car, because the barber car when you slept and you release them seeds like endorphins that jump from the seas. Boom. Onto someone needs to dress you, would you please? Like you picked this from the garden last week. So it started to well at the edge. This is almost best. Eat it over quick. When we check with the man. When we check with the man. When we now with love. Prospect song with this big pickaxe that I swung. 6 of them. That's why I use that fucking adjective raw, or the add-in that I want to the end so you could know what I'm talking about for once. With the big phone that encircles yo, like y'all need to go home, ET finger glow. Like you need to see the point of it for once. It wasn't just the buck that shot. He's my friend and his name was Tug. He that walk on hoof need to walk on y'all. Like he got the boots that's gonna walk and trample y'all someday like a song. Then you can realize you could get a fucking spit image of this shit like it's on a microscope, bitch. Or a petri dish, or one of those slips you slid into the position so you can see it for a sec. Before I snatch you back like I need my way for once. But once was always dog, it's the one that never stops. Glutton for talk and having the guillotine drop to disconnect your dome. Flesh should be going like such. I say such a lot, doesn't that suck a lot? Cause I'm from Camelot, I can't stop, that's how I'm brought up. That's how I want to bring a bunch of Brussels of this to Brussels, dog. But the sprouts was left up, or maybe a show that the kids all watch. Maybe they could sing along. Like you got the little bouncy ball to bomb the screen, doesn't y'all? Maybe a donut, oh, was the part that I won't. Throw away the rest like we don't need it at all. Maybe call up the cop on his whole boat, or talk to his wife, or talk her up so that she gets wet in a certain spot. And maybe she slid off of the seat she was on, like that's some vinyl or fucking linoleum. But that would have been, she already on that shit. Maybe she slipped into the basement like she got invisible like Casper did. Casper sinks into the basement. Casper now. Cascade of thought, that could have been a clutter bomb for the wolves to get them all gone at once. Maybe when we rinse is when we bout to spit our best, because I thought that shit almost skipped, like you need to retract what you just hit. Maybe what you heard was launched, or maybe Bug was ruled on top, or ruled at all. Maybe a fucking ruler draw. That would have meant that all of the rulers wrong. Put me for ruler from now on. When the fucking notes to go, like I fucking want them to. Like I'm playing Simba Cole. Maybe Simba sung a song about me too much, and I sung one about him. So if we ever met like two ships in the night, but that's usually met with a bitch, so I should have met this with a fucking grin, did like the Grinch lost his grin, bitch. Maybe I just hit this, the bestest. Boom, TWA, full of some wisdom. He's full of something. TWA.